Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading vlog, we're going to be doing a Christmas themed reading vlog, and I am so excited. This basically is a reading vlog where I read a lot or a couple. I'm not quite sure. I do have a list of Christmas related books that I want to read. So I kind of don't really know which ones for sure, besides 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth, I believe, and A Merry Little Meet Cute by Sierra Simone and Julie Murphy. Those two for sure, because those are book picks for my book clubs. But other than that, there might be other ones sprinkled in here for this vlog. Also, if you guys hear that, I am parked at a park near a shooting range, which I probably should have processed that. I don't be thinking these things through. I do want to update you guys on a book that I did already finish, which was 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. I ended up giving this one, okay, right when I finished it, I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars because I did enjoy the book. I did. But did I love the book? No. This book had a lot of things that I just thought I just couldn't take, you know, which we will go over. So yes, I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars. I still think that you should read it. I still think that it's a good enough book to read, and don't let the cover fool you. This book is spicy. It was a lot spicier than I thought it was gonna be, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining one bit because I love spice in books. So I have a couple of notes. Listen, okay, so I was reading this book, and you know when you're reading on your Kindle, you can highlight and shit. So I was highlighting things that I did not like and things that were giving me like cringe, like they were giving me the ick. That's what I was highlighting. So that's how you know how this reading experience went. But let's get into it. Okay, so I did really like the book though. Basis of the story is that Abigail gets dumped by her boyfriend named Richard. They had been together for 4 years, and Abigail had been literally transforming herself into Richard's perfect wife so that Richard could love her and propose to her. So that's what happens. She gets dumped by this dude that she had been giving years of her life to. Years. Time, money, just everything that you can't get back, she was giving it to him. She devises this plan with her best friends that she was gonna take revenge on Richard and fuck his boss, aka boss being Damian Martinez. If I did give this book 4 stars, it would be for that man, okay? But we're not doing that. So what had happened was they're gonna do these petty things to Richard, which I was so down for. I also was down for her fucking his boss, like, period. She matches with Richard's boss on this dating app, and throughout the whole dating and them being together and yeah, just like basically dating and like getting to know each other, there is this constant back and forth where she starts to feel guilty, and she's like, I should tell him, I shouldn't tell him, I should tell him, I shouldn't tell him. Or there was this constant comparison of, oh, Damien does this and Richard never did this, even though I did all of this for him, he never did this. And it's like literally the bare minimum. It was just so frustrating because I'm like, really? Like, the first red flag that I would have seen by this dude named Richard, I would have been out. I would have been done. Like, excuse me, I don't even know if I liked her. Like, I don't even know. Like, low-key, she was such like a doormat, and I'm just like, you really put up with this shit for 4 years? Like, you really did. Like, you really did. And it wasn't like, I don't know, like I just felt like it was a lot. Like, she should have had better standards and better self-esteem, because the way that I see it and the way that she's portrayed in the book is that before she met Richard, she was this badass babe, and she was like pink and dressed pink and didn't care what anybody said, and she knew how to play the game. She knew what she was doing. Like, she could pull anybody, she could be anybody. Like, she was that bitch, you know? And once she started dating Richard, it's like this switch flipped, and she became this insecure, wants to please this man so he could love her and think that she's good enough. And like, she was never gonna be good enough for Richard because nothing is good enough for this piece of shit. But anyways, there was that constant back and forth, right, about Richard and Damien, like comparing them, and also this constant back and forth of her feeling guilty. And also there was this like constant back and forth where she felt confident, but then all of a sudden she was insecure. And I'm just like, we gotta pick a narrative here. Like, to me, I feel like I'm also sounding like very insensitive, but to me it's like this book just frustrated me. Like, it just frustrated me, and like I'm trying to put myself in her shoes and see her point of view, but it just wasn't clicking for me. Like, I didn't love it. Moving on, there's all of that, so I just Second, the sex was dirty but cringy. Like I said, there was a lot of smut in this book, but it was also very like cliche and cringy. Like, it was good, but at the same time it was like, is it really good though? Was it good? Or no, it was good. Damien was good. My next 2 bulletin points was, it's like having a perfect man after having a shitty one, because that's what it was. She had this shitty ass boyfriend, and then she met Damien, and Damien is like the perfect man. In this book, Damien does no wrong. Like, he is the perfect man, and I was just like, he's kind of like too perfect. Like, where's the trauma? That could just be me. Maybe that's why I also didn't click, because it was just very unbelievable. But at the same time, like, why was it unbelievable? You don't think there's a man like Damien out there? And I'm just like, is that my trauma speaking? But yeah, he just seemed too perfect. Now to go through my literal highlights, because I know there's other things that I want to talk about that happened in this book that I was just like, I highlighted this inner thought that Abigail had. She was like, God, why was I so fucking stupid? And I literally wrote, was like, I don't know, girl. I don't know. Also, there's points where she wanted to tell him like about the revenge plan and like who Richard was. She wanted to tell him, and like the author used Damien saying that they can have this serious talk in the new year, or having Damien postpone or interrupt Abigail from her telling him about the situation. And I was just like, bruh, like, why do you interrupt her? Like, she's clearly trying to tell you something important. She clearly is getting the guts to tell you, so this doesn't blow up in their faces later. And it was Damien who was the one telling her like, no, like, we can talk about it later, or we can talk about it in the new year, we can talk about it after the Christmas party, or just like interrupt her with whatever the fuck he wanted to say, and also interrupt her with like sex. And I was just like, bruh, let her speak, let her tell you. Damn. It was that back and forth, like Damien interrupting her and saying all this stuff, up until the Christmas party where she was gonna tell him again, day of, before the party, and he interrupts her with sex. And I'm just like, okay, I guess this shit's going down at the party. Also, he calls her a little whore, and I just thought that this like degradation during sex in rom-com-y books doesn't hit the same, if you know what I mean. Oh, like, give me the smut, give me the dirty talk. But if it's a rom-com and it comes out of nowhere, it's just like, like, it takes me out. You know what I mean? Like, it takes me out of this scene. And yeah, he calls her that. And I'm just like, that's just kind of random. That is kind of, girl, I don't know, but I didn't like it. I also highlighted, because Damien Martinez owns my body, and what he tells it to do, it does. Okay. Okay. She kept saying that line, like when they were having sex, like he would tell her to come. She would be like, well, if Damien says so, my body will follow. let's just yeah, yep. Okay, I did highlight something cute. Let's talk about that. There was also like super cute moments. Okay, like, not this whole book being cringy, it's just that I highlighted all the parts that were cringy. But this book does have cute moments. Don't let all this shit talking that I'm doing deter you from reading the book, because I do know that it's funny, it's entertaining, it's less than 300 pages, and it has Christmas vibes. So it is a good book. I gave it 3 stars because I did enjoy it. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But I enjoyed it, and I would recommend it if it's something that you think that you would like. Anyways, he likes to put his hand behind her, like grab her neck from the back, and she's like, you do that a lot. And he's like, yeah, I like that. He says, your heartbeat is there, like the feel of it on my palm. I've never met anyone so alive, Abigail. And I thought that was really cute that he said that he be doing that, because I think that's cute. Also, when they call each, okay, these are cringe ones. When he calls her honey or when she calls him honey, I feel like that's a married couple thing. She is like, the things that she says, it's very it's like very, like it's produced, like it's a production, like the way that she is in bed. But yeah, she's like, you're so good, honey, while he's like, what, eating her out? And also, Damien is very good with the dirty talk, but the thing about his dirty talk is like after he says something or is wanting a response, he says, yeah, question mark. And I kid you not, he says yeah, question mark, too many fucking times. Too many fucking times. I'm literally gonna search yeah in this book. Talk to you soon, yeah, I ask. And he's like, you're at the liquor store, yeah? A little harsh, yeah? Like, that's exactly how I read it. A little harsh, yeah? Or like, let's go out to eat, yeah? I literally can't. Anyways, yeah, like now every time I say yeah, I'm gonna be like, cringe. I guess those are all my thoughts. It just wasn't, it wasn't great. It wasn't, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh my god, I was talking about this book for 25 minutes. There is plenty of this shit that I'm gonna cut out, so yeah. The second one that I'm gonna be reading is A Merry Little Meet Cute for sure, because I definitely want to get that one read, and I also will be reading that one physically, so I know it's gonna take me a little bit longer if I were to be reading it on my ebook. Kind of down for that. I kind of want to pick up a physical book. I haven't picked up a physical book in a minute, so yeah, I'm super excited, and I will update you guys when I start the other book. Okay, so a quick little update on this Christmas reading vlog. I'm going to read Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. This cover is shiny, so you can see my light. But I'm actually going to start this like literally right now. I did just do my nails. I did them solid green. Yeah, I just wanted to update you guys and let you guys know that I'm going to be starting this. And I'm excited. I kind of don't want to read the back. I'm just going to jump right in. And I think that I could get through this pretty quickly because it is less than 300 pages. I think it is 248 pages, so I think it should be pretty quick. I've heard mixed reviews on this, but you know, I love Tessa Bailey, so I'm here for anything and everything that she does. And yeah, I'm going to start this right now, put a little bit of ambiance and see how far I can get. Hey guys, so I'm here for an update on Window Shopping. I ended up actually finishing this book and I ended up giving it 5 stars. Are we surprised? I'm not surprised. It's Tessa Bailey. It's a hot romance. I loved it so much. So basically, Stella had just gotten out of prison because of something that she did in her previous, not previous life, in her past. And what's his name? Aiden, I'm pretty sure it's Aiden. Yeah. And Aiden is a general manager, part owner of the store called Vivant. It sounds better that way. Vivant. And he sees Stella looking at the window display of his store, and he goes up to her and he is like, what's your opinion? And Stella's dream job has always been to be a window dresser. I think that's what it's called. And she tells him like her honest opinion and what she would do differently, and then he tells her that there's a job opening. So she ends up applying even though she doesn't feel worthy enough, and she only really has like some experience because she ended up taking like online classes back then before she went to prison. And this is where their romance ensues. She ends up getting the job. She does a trial period, and just in between this, there is just pining, there is tension, there is chemistry, there is just everything that you would want. Just thinking about it, it has me giggling and swooning and just living for it. Like, I love this. Low-key, I wish it was longer, but you know, Tessa Bailey only gives you the short shit. This is a standalone novella, a holiday novella. I know it was based off of something, but I don't care. I love this. I love this so much. I really wish that I would have tapped this, because you best believe I would have tapped all the spicy scenes, girl. And every spicy scene was just phenomenal. It was so good. I loved it so much. You need to read this if you haven't. It was just everything that I needed and more. And I'm so glad that I had been able to fall back into a Tessa Bailey standalone novella after Happenstance. Happenstance I loved as well. It was 4 stars, but read this one. Read this one, especially for the holidays. It was so good that I started this the night before in the last clip that you guys saw, and I was this close to buying the Kindle so I could lay down in bed and continue reading it. If I would have bought the Kindle, I would have finished it that night. I would have foregone sleep. But the Kindle version is like $2 cheaper than the paperback. This was like $12, $13, and the Kindle version was like $10.99. And I was like, absolutely not. Bitch, just chill. Pick up the book tomorrow and you'll be okay. So I loved it so much that I really wanted the Kindle, but I held myself back because, you know, December no buy. But then in the morning, the next morning, I finished it. I binged it. I couldn't put this book down. I couldn't. And I am so glad that I own it, because next year during Christmas time, I'm going to reread it, and I'm going to be tabbing it next year during winter time, because I loved it. I loved it so much. You need to read this. And it's only, sadly, it's only 248 pages. I low-key though wish, if I had to pick something to critique, I wish the epilogue was different. I wish the epilogue was a little bit more like about them rather than like about Stella's family. I just really wish that it was just about them, because I just wanted more of them. Aiden is the sweetest, nicest cinnamon roll, but when he flipped the switch, it's so hot. I don't know what it is about Tessa Bailey smell. Like, I really don't know what it is, but it hits. And you guys need to read this. Anyways, I was talking for 5 minutes, and that's all I'm gonna say. 5 stars. Oh, I also forgot to mention, there is no third act breakup. Like, no, there isn't any of that, which I loved. So yeah, there's that. And also, now that I'm here, I picked up the camera again. I am going to pick up Merry Little Meet Cute. This will be my next read. Hi guys, so I'm here with a quick little update. I did end up reading another Christmas novella. It was Kingpin all the way. It was the 4th and final book in Cassie Mint's little novella. I think it's called, please also don't mind my very Grinch tree this year, just Christmas, anyways, what was I saying? I think the novella series is called A Very Merry Mob series. And I thought it was overall very good. I did end up giving, what did I end up giving it? I think I gave it either a 3 or a 3.5 for Kingpin all the way, because I really enjoyed it. I thought that one was the cutest one out of all of them. I feel like the last book and her little series are always the best. And I also did read the A Very Merry Mob bonus story, which was about Holly's younger or older sister, or her sister in general, her little romance with the groundskeeper. So that one was very cute as well. And now an update to this one. I literally am, let me tell you, I'm 19 pages into this, and y'all, I can't get into it, but I am gonna finish it. I'm gonna force myself to finish it, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish this for this vlog, because I really want this vlog to go up tomorrow, and girl, I'm only 19 pages in. But hopefully this was still entertaining to watch. I really loved the window shopping one. That one was my favorite. Really made my Christmas holiday themed reads season day. What am I even saying? I only had like a whole bottle of wine. Like literally that's all I had. No, but I think that window shopping really made this vlog for me. Like, I loved reading that book. It was so good. But like I said, you're just gonna have to wait on this review on my December wrap up, because I'm gonna read it, because this is for a book club pick, but I'm not gonna finish it by the time this video goes up. So Sorry to disappoint, but I am literally only 19 pages in. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. And I'm not gonna get the audio, and I'm not gonna buy the ebook. Like, I can't. Like, reading physical books for vlogs is just so difficult. Anyways, besides the point, my Grinch tree. I'm so dead. I literally cannot. I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your top holiday read of December was down below in the comments. I would love to know. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to whoever celebrates it. I hope it was amazing. You guys had the best time and you guys got all the gifts that you were wanting. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.